Okay, so good afternoon, and today I would like to talk about how you can generate business ideas. Uh, Business ideas or generating ideas is one of those big things that um, we always need to have. You know, you cannot have any business if you don't have an idea in the first place. So it's important. And so if you say you want to start a business, you must have an idea. Um, But how do we get the ideas in the first place? How do we get the ideas? So there are a number of ways that you can be able to generate an idea for your business. So I'm going to talk about those areas. So the first thing I would like to talk about is what I call the problems um, approach. So if you want to have an idea for a business, you look at what are the problems in your area. What are the problems in your area, for instance? So, if transportation is an issue, lateness is an issue, uh, sanitation is an issue, whatever that is an issue for you, then you are looking at that as the basis to form or to establish the business. So, what you need to note is that you cannot have um, a business or you would not earn if you don't provide a solution. And so if your idea is about um, solving a sanitation problem, then your business idea has been birthed. And that's the approach, one of the approaches. So just think about it. There are so many issues around us, so many issues around us. How do we address them? Addressing them becomes that idea that would be the business that you are looking for. So that's one of the things that you need to take note of. A business idea for you in that line of thinking, the problems approach. You can also look at the another approach that I call your passion approach, something you are passionate about. So, what are you passionate about? Are you passionate about cooking? Are you passionate about the quality of food that people eat? Are you passionate about people's healthy living? That gives you an idea what you can start. It helps you to generate ideas. So that's a very important thing also that you would like to take note of. So your passion can lead you to be to generate that business idea that you are looking for, and then you can safely invest your money in it, knowing that it will go far because it's something that was birthed out of your passion. So that's another approach that you can be able to use to generate ideas. Another approach is what we call the talent approach, or what I call the talent approach. The talent approach is um, to ask yourself, what talents do I have? Do I know how to write? Do I know how to paint? Do I know how to sing? Do I know how to cook? Whatever that you do and you do well can be an opportunity for you to be able to, as it were, generate a business idea, and that's important, you know, very important, and simple way to do it. So that's the talent that you have, and so it becomes a business. You love to see people happy. You I mean, you are comic. You do comedy, you know. So these are talents that everyone has in one way or the other. And So you can build your business around that. So that can be the idea that you have been looking for. Another thing is the resources approach. I would call that the resources approach. What resources do you have? You have a motorbike, you have a laptop, you have a car, you have a house. What can you do with that? And uh, that's one of the questions that you can ask, and that leads you to building that idea. How can people benefit from what I have? And once they benefit, they pay for the benefits. And that is the idea that you need. And so these are important things that you would like to look at if you want to generate an idea. Very simple approaches that I have put together that you can look at. So the last thing I will talk about is what we call, or what I term, the opportunities approach. So what opportunities exist where you are? There is a school, there is a hospital where you live, there's a market where you live. It presents opportunities that don't exist elsewhere. What opportunities are there in your area? So that is also another thing that you can be able to generate ideas. Generating ideas is one of those important things in starting or doing business. So I believe that what I have discussed so far will be helpful for you to generate that idea in the first place. Because without the idea, you don't have a business. And I hope that this becomes helpful um, for you so that you can be able to. So, just by way of recap, we've talked about the problems approach, the passion approach, the talent approach, the resources approach, and then the opportunities approach. All these are approaches that I have discussed, which can help you generate ideas, you know, that can become viable business ideas. And so, take note of that, and then we would see. Um, Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or you would like to discuss anything further with me, and we will talk about it. Yeah. So, thank you, and then I'll see you again. Bye.